Hey Tauruses, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a reading for all of the crazy planetary action that's going on right now. We've got Leo moon, we've got Mercury in Pisces, which is blurry as it is, and then it goes into retrograde on the 15th or the 16th. Then we have Jupiter in Capricorn, which it's not that great of a placement, or Jupiter's not very happy in Capricorn. Then we've got Mars in Capricorn going into the South Node, which is not the best ideal place for it either. We have Venus in Aries with Chiron, or I don't know. I'm not an astrologist. I am trying to study it, but there's just a lot going on that's like could just be very challenging energies. The Leo and full moon is the best part of it, but you know, I just wanted to kind of do a reading, seeing where everyone is going to be at with this Mercury retrograde, really. So, and then just all the other energies, but what you can prepare for, what's going to come up, okay? So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and second house placements for Taurus, all right? So I'm going to pull one card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle and see your overall energies for this Mercury retrograde time, all right? So what does Taurus need to know to help them with this? Fire. Wow. Very, strong elemental force, okay? So that's the Leo moon. You guys could be dealing with a fire sign, right? A lot of high energy, a lot of passion, a lot of maybe even volatile energy. So let's see what it says about fire. It says, the fire consumes anything it touches. The flames remind us of the impermanent nature of reality and how situations can quickly transform into beauty or chaos. Fire is passion, and its dancing flames invite us to reach to the sky. Warmth and light are heavenly, yet too much heat can scorch us. To fully step into the energy of fire is to be utterly transformed like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Warm your hands and your heart by your inner fire. Let it burn away your hardships. Let it consume your pain and your sorrow. Has life become too rigid, too cold, or too superficial? Light a candle or make a bonfire and toss into the flames everything that has become stiff and painful. Are you feeling too fiery? Have you been reactive and short-tempered towards others? This card has come to tell you that all fiery emotions at others can backfire at you. It is not a good idea to play with fire when you are out of balance or angry. Now is the time to react. Now is not the time to act or react. It is a time to tame and befriend your inner fire so it does not scorch you. So this full moon could be bringing up a lot of passion, a lot of inner energy, and you might not know how to harness this fire, okay? It's a beautiful energy that can create warmth, but it also can be destructive. So it's about harnessing your fire. And just the other day, I was actually listening to like fire, bonfire, like noises or crackling just as a way to like meditate. There's something very healing about that. But also there is a meditative exercise of like literally just staring at a flame, and it activates the third eye and it like calms you down. So there's just so much around this that can happen. It could literally just be the Leo full moon, or that you're dealing with a fire sign, but just notice the element of fire in your life and how you're working with it and how it's working against you and what you can do to harness it. And it's also like that wand's energy of creation and productivity. So maybe using it towards creating something, okay? It did say something about being too rigid, and I thought that was very interesting because I feel like also it could be like a thing for Tauruses to kind of lighten up and like, you know, not be so rigid about things, because Taurus can be like that. And also to like go out of the box a little bit, okay, and try some creative endeavors or something. All right, so I'm gonna pull from the this what is it called, Medicine Woman Tarot, which is new. So I got kind of thrown off by some of the cards before, but hopefully I got it down now, and see what the past energies for Taurus were. So 2 cards here for the past. 4 of Swords reversed and 5 of Swords reversed, okay? So in the past, I feel like you maybe had a lot of internal conflict that you weren't letting yourself just sit with and sort through, and you might have acted like hastily in a fiery type way, or you weren't very calm, you weren't very collected in your thoughts. And I feel like there was just a lot of like internal conflict going on and maybe like confusion and aggression, and you didn't know how to harness it, okay? So that's the past energy though. So let's see. Also, the number for the fire was 19, if that means anything to you. And now we have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that you could be dealing with, feminine energy, and 8 of Wands, all right? So I feel like you guys are ready to communicate something. You're very assertive. You're very sure about your thoughts now. You've gathered your thoughts. You want to move forward. You want to communicate things. You want to take action, and you want to be able to express yourself. You feel very like illuminated now. For whatever reason, there was a lot of confusion, but I feel like now you feel very sure of yourself and what you want to express, what you want to communicate. You also could just be dealing with an air sign. You could also be wanting to move forward and just cut someone off, all right? The Queen of Swords is very like, she cuts off things that just don't work for her. And it's like, no apologies, this isn't working. And it also could be taking the high road. Like if you were fighting a lot with someone, I feel like now you're just like, I'm not even dealing with this energy anymore. I'm just gonna move forward and do what's best for me. I've learned my lessons and I want positive movement forward here, okay? So let's see what your future energy is. Peacemaker, Hierophant, this is you guys. I think you guys want more spiritually sound people around you. You want to be more on your own spiritual journey. So I feel like with the Mercury retrograde, you could be just taking this time to go inward and not communicate and just get some answers, okay? Do some soul seeking, all right? You could be dealing with another Taurus too, but this is also just you guys of really being balanced in your energy. And the world reversed here, and it says Dancer. So maybe fumbling with your footsteps a little bit as you go on your spiritual journey is kind of a joke. But I also feel like this could be reopening some doors that maybe were closed before, of maybe people who were more spiritual in your life that you kind of disconnected from, and now maybe returning to them or returning to some ideas or even books that you were reading before on your spiritual journey that you could have forgotten about. You could have been very, you know, in that Four of Swords energy, you were kind of avoiding the self-reflection, and now you could, I feel like the world reversed is like not being complete yet with your lessons and with your ascension. So that's what that could be too, okay? All right. So let's get into your love dynamic here, Tauruses, and see what's going on. We've got this Aboriginal Spirit Oracle I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use this Spirit of Darkness and Light from Mystic Moon, and then the Hidden Truth Oracle, right? And I'm going to see what's going on with the energies between you and a partner that you're already dealing with, or someone you're in separation from, or someone that you may be meeting along these next few weeks, okay? In this weird, turbulent time, all right? So what does Taurus have going on in the love department here? Okay. I hid who I really am from you. Spirit of the Pentacle, faith, unity, and wholeness. Could be you or another earth sign, all right? And challenges, all right? So I feel like there could have been some difference in faith here. That could have been a challenge. It could have been a difference in goals of what you both wanted out of this relationship. I feel like one person was very transparent and the other person wasn't. It could really just been a religious difference that you guys had, but someone was not being true to you and not being true to themselves, okay? And that was very challenging. Could have also been, even though this is not talking about money, it could have been money situation that was a challenge for you guys. So I'm just going to pull from Mystical Cats. I want to get a tarot confirmation for this, okay? Just a little more clarity about this person. I feel like it was a challenge for them to really open up too, okay? So got 7 of Cups, all right? So yeah, I feel like this is like maybe one person really wanted commitment, one wanted to keep their options open. They were a little scattered. They weren't very grounded in this connection. And Taurus, you know, is the ultimate grounded card. And you guys wanted this unity, and this other person might have wanted their options open. And that was very challenging for this dynamic, okay? So let's see what else we got. I couldn't let you get close to me. That's This person really held back in this dynamic. Spirit of the heart, identity, vibration, and soul essence. I feel like you felt very like confused because you felt like you guys actually had like a very strong connection. Your hearts were aligned, you were spiritually connected. Your heart was very affected by this person, but then it felt almost like they just were resisting it for some reason. Because yeah, your intuition was telling you like, this person has feelings for me. I know they love me. I know that we're connected, but they just won't let me get close to them for some reason, right? So I'm going to pull from the Twin Flame Mystic Moon Oracle and just get clarity. What was going on with this person? Why they wouldn't get close to you, okay? Compromise. They didn't want to like compromise here, okay? That's, I feel like they wanted, and fear, right? They kind of like, I feel like at the depths of it, they were afraid to be vulnerable because they felt like in the past they might have done that and they ended up compromising themselves and now they're very guarded. But I feel like they also just didn't want to compromise on the things they wanted outside of this relationship, okay? But your intuition is like, well, I don't get it because I really felt like there was a connection here. And there was, but their issues like got in the way of you guys, you know, having that. I was just thinking I just said guarded, spirit of the gargoyle, intimidation, guardian, and protector. This is also like a guarded energy, a guard, literally guarding their heart, all right? They might be very intimidated by someone seeing the true them, and that's why they hid who they really were, right? They're very afraid to be seen for some reason. And I feel like maybe in the past they were over-dominated and now they're overcompensating for it. But we got, you speak to me through music and return to country. This is interesting. I'm going to look this up and get some more clarity about maybe you guys liked country music together. That's really random, but let's see what it says. It says, returning to country is when Aboriginal people return to where they were born and where their family spiritual links are. It is often a wondrous event filled with joy, love, and friendship. However, for those who return to a country in which they had limited or no connection, it could be a difficult journey to undertake. Return to country is a journey that exceeds the limits of time and is a spiritual journey returning our people to their dreaming. It's a time to look backward and search for who you are. It's a time to explore and challenge your history. It can at times be painful. However, trust in the universe that it is your time to reclaim who you are and redefine your identity. Sometimes we change our outlook on life by looking back, seeing things for what they were, and valuing the lessons and wisdom we have learned because of our experience. It's time to let go of the power that past events have on you and embrace the future that you... I'm getting a few messages from this. For one, I feel like you made them look at themselves in a very deep way that they weren't ready to look at. I also feel like they might have triggered a lot of wounds in you that made you had to really explore your identity and go to places inside yourself that were very scary to look at, whatever rejection, whatever way they held back, all right? Places where you might have felt very guarded and you might have opened it up and then they made you really have to look at it. So I feel like this was like a deep spiritual connection where you guys both triggered a lot. And I feel like there could have been a very strong music connection here with you guys too, okay? So I'm just going to pull a couple more tarot cards and just see some final energy here. What else does Taurus need to know about, you know, these upcoming weeks here? Nine of Cups. You can have everything you want. It might not be with this person. I think this is a time at the Empress, okay? You could be dealing with a Libra. This is also a Taurus card. This is a very fulfilled card. This is a very reaching the end, being on that divine feminine path. I feel like there's a potential to be really fulfilled, to really nurture yourself, to have everything you want. But it might not look how you think it's going to look right now, because your Three of Cups reverse is like not being able to experience that joy or that celebration or that happiness. But don't think just because there's a delay in that you're not going to have this ultimate fulfillment. Keep working on manifesting. Keep seeing yourself as the divine feminine on a path, and just keep using every situation that happens as ways to knock down barriers that you have to love, okay? And that you have to letting someone in yourself. Because if this person was not letting you in, there might be a part of you that's also really guarded too, that was choosing someone that wouldn't let you in as well, all right? So Taurus, that's my reading for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.